viewing meeting recordings. So in your OneDrive, so if you go to OneDrive, and I'm in the web version of OneDrive, which you can get to from office.com, but you can also get to from your computer. If you go to My Files, everybody, if you've ever recorded a meeting, will have a folder called Recordings. This is where the files actually go that gets recorded. So this is where the videos will end up when you record a video, is in your OneDrive. So from here, you can find all those videos and you can even click on them to get to the recaps of them. So this brings you to this video, brings you in this nice player. If you have Copilot, you can ask it questions about the video. You can look at analytics, you can add comments. Here's where you can see the expiration, because Microsoft, by default, it will set all meeting recordings to expire after 60 days. That is something you can actually change if you want to, but you can change that. And you can see this when I change to not expire. So this is a great way to see it. I even can go into Teams and hit recap, and that will open up Teams to that meeting recap that we were looking at earlier. It's actually the exact same one for the exact same meeting. In switching, and I'll just share that right here. So this is that same meeting recap and how it opens up with the AI summary and such if you have Copilot. Switch it over to SharePoint now. From SharePoint, I'm going to go all the way back here. I'm going to go to Apps. I'm going to open up SharePoint. So from SharePoint, search is, I feel like, underutilized. So from search, I can come up here and I can search for a file anywhere in SharePoint. I can search for site, I can search for people, I can search for all sorts of stuff. I also, if I go into a specific site, so let's say vendors, and I go into my documents, when I search here from this vendor's documents, do you see how this wording up top changed to search this library? So this would let me search for that document. I know I saved it here, but I don't remember where. I type in Outlook, and it very quickly found that document that I was working on just a couple minutes ago with everybody. If I go back to my list here, try to bring up that. So from finding these documents from SharePoint, we can actually do the same thing we did in Teams as well, where if I hit this more actions, so if I clicked on this, it would just open in my browser. But if I click on more actions, I can hit open, and I can open in browser, I can open an app. So exactly like what we did in Teams, we can open in browser from here as well. Or sorry, open an app from here as well, which is pretty nice. You also, if I come here and I make a new folder, I say this one is important. We're not going to use an exclamation point because that's not allowed. You can see that I jumped the gun on that. And let me do that again. This one is more important. You can see that you now have the option to set a folder color. So I can say, I want this one to be pink. And I can set that folder color. And even when it syncs, it will sync and show you the folder in this color. So it's a good way to kind of bring some extra things to your attention. You also, if you have your settings set up right, so kind of changing gears, can take this, this does require a couple extra settings, but let's say I need to get an upload of a big file. If I hit this little ... and I have this site allows for it, I can request files, which is, oh, here at the top, request files. And this lets me give it a name, big document, and hit next. And now I can take this link and anyone can come to it. I'll even open an incognito browser. So I'm not logged into anything with this. And this will not let them see any of my files, but it will in fact let me upload files here. So this is a great way if you need to have somebody send you a big file to make the email, you can request files. And
you might have to decide. You have 3 minutes.
I've got 3 minutes. Last thing I want to show here is sharing. When you share, you can go into the link settings and you can choose anyone with link, people in the organization, people existing access. You can set up the can view, select expiration dates. So if I sent this to anyone with the link, I applied this, you can actually manage these settings from here and adjust those link share settings. This is also available from your computer, sharing the same way.